mics are working. This is another gaming for fun. Episode. We are also going to talk about the convention at the Playthrough Convention in Raleigh that we was at yesterday. And boy, do we got a lot to talk about, and what games we actually saw and played there. And frankly, for everybody who likes the HTC Vive or Oculus Rift, you're gonna hear me diss a lot about those systems today. And today, alongside with me is gonna be David Lackey.
How you doing?
Okay, Dave, do an up test.
How you doing? My name's David Lackey. I'm his cousin. Sound pretty good?
Yeah, both mics are working. So now we're gonna get into the broadcast, and while we do our broadcast, we're gonna probably be like announcers for this hockey game today. I'm gonna press start, and then we'll start getting on.
Yeah, I just wish we got
to the broadcast. And ladies and gentlemen, this is my cousin David. He actually went with me and my brother to the convention. And what we're doing here is we're actually going to discuss. My brother didn't want to do this again. I guess he got stage fright for the first time, which everybody, if you're watching this video, give my brother a hand for his first broadcast and being here with me. So that's why we got David here. So he's substituting for Cody. So David, tell us one thing. Did you actually think that convention was worth going to?
Well, I'm kind of on 50-50. When we went down there, we mainly went down there for the VR games, right?
Right.
We went down there. There was only 3 booths that had it, and 2 of the booths only had 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, that was the sad part of the convention, and I will agree with what he said. We actually went down there because we actually thought that they was actually going to have some VR games. That was going to be more games where you could see what games are coming down or what games are coming out. On top of that, there was a few games that weren't there, including not just including the VR games, but also including the card games. Vice Wars, that I said in my previous videos that I was hoping to find some players on there to help me play, were not there. I was the only one asking about it. That was kind of depressing in my opinion. As far as the convention goes, I'm gonna rate this as one of the worst conventions I have went to. It's not big enough that I was assuming that it was going to be. Let alone the cosplaying. Not the cosplayers, but the rules for the cosplay was crap. They literally said I couldn't take my lightsaber in because it was a metal handle.
I was
David's
laughing.
sitting here laughing at me while we're walking in.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I was mad. I was still mad at that.
Yeah, but see, I was mad that I paid so much money for this lightsaber so I can carry it in with my Jedi outfit. And here they go oh, if it's metal, you can't take it in.
The little plastic
the top part? The top part's plastic. Oh, the top part's fine, but you can't bring in the bottom. What's the point?
That was stupid. That was just so stupid.
So that right there is one of our main reasons of concern that I didn't think this convention was actually all worth going to. Now, if you're strictly a gamer, not a cosplayer, it might be a perfect game for gamers. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't all that bad, you know. We got to play a few board games and all that.
Well, board games, yes, but what about the typical player that's doing the video game? They had a lot of computers there and a lot of PlayStations and an Xbox. They had everything.
Yeah,
on that side of the convention.
Yeah, I like that. I like how they had the PlayStation with the Call of Duty game, where for players that just go there, don't know about the game, they can play it, see if they like it, love it, and all that. They had different games, but we only got to play Call of Duty with PlayStation 4.
Well, on top of that, they also had the Call of Duty tournament there.
Yeah, I got to miss it because of you.
You was hungry.
Fine.
You wanted to eat.
I wanted to eat.
McDonald's was like a good walking distance. Not that far, but it was good.
It wasn't the
outside
best
of the
though.
Raleigh's Convention Center, and if anybody's been there, you know what I'm talking about. But with the Convention Center and all the games that we actually saw playing and all that, there was actually one board game that caught your eye, wasn't it?
It was Sabudu.
Sabugu, yeah.
Sabugu.
Sabugu, Sabata, Sabugi.
Sabudu.
Sorry, dude. I wasn't trying to make fun of the board game. I was just making fun of how I can say your board game's name. However, outside of the game, that game was actually pretty interesting to play.
Yeah, when I tell you, I was just standing. You were talking to somebody. Anyways, I was just standing there next to a table. I looked over, and I saw a dude just sitting by himself there with the whole board game. And I was like, that looks a little interesting. I thought I'd just go over and see what it is. I brought myself over there, told me the name of the game, how to play it, and I was like, I gotta play it. I gotta play it.
Yeah, cousin over here was the one that actually talked us into playing it.
Hey.
Let alone, we did not know it was going to take us 4 hours.
Well, my bad, I didn't know.
4 hours to play, but here, like,
It looks so simple. It looks so simple.
I will say this, for any RPG gamer that likes to play RPGs or strategy games, I think this game will probably be a good look to keep an eye on. I will say this, I am going to have a video of that on our broadcast soon. I'm still videotaping the video, or editing the video, because like I said, it took 4 hours, and if I had that camera on for that full time, it wouldn't got the end of the game, which we did get the end of the game. But we'll get more into that in my next broadcast. Let's go to the Vive. We actually played that one. That was one of the VR games that we actually played.
Which one?
The HT.
Oh yeah,
the shirt right here.
The shirt right here.
What was good about it? It was 15 minutes, $15 for 15 minutes. Which, yeah, if you play any of that VR game from the Vive, it does get you moving a lot, and it won't feel like it.
Super Hot is one of the best games.
15-minute one, you got the shirt, so we thought that was actually worth the money. And we've actually played different games. David, we'll start with your game, what you played on the Vive first.
Super Hot.
Super Hot.
That's
Why
the
was
name.
it Super Hot, man? Tell us about it.
It's probably one of the hottest games for the VR, for the console, the PC, you know. I was playing it. When you look at it on the TV or whatnot, it looks stupid, but when you start playing, it's awesome. I mean, it's sexy awesome.
Okay,
that's how awesome it is.
Why is it awesome though? What made you actually like it after playing it so much? What did it feel like it was actually there? Did it feel like you're actually throwing things? I mean, tell us.
It felt like you were an assassin or something, but it made you also feel like you were Rambo. You can move your hands anywhere. You grab whatever you can, like a knife, hammer, gun, shotgun, whatever. Take it. You either use the gun or you take the knife and hit them with it. It's awesome. I love it. It made me feel like I was one of the military people, Rambo, whatnot. Love it. Just love it. But here's the only backflaw with it. Once you die, you gotta restart the whole thing over, and there's only like 4 stages, or at least I only got the 4 stages, that is.
Right. Well, given the time crunch that you had every time you died, I mean, it's really putting you in a rush mode to see how far you can get in 15 minutes.
I know. If I didn't have that rush, I would just calmed it down a little bit, but I want to have fun. I mean, I feel like I was Rambo.
Yeah. So yeah, he was playing that hot. And
Super Hot.
All your enemies were pretty much red.
Yeah.
Red characters on a pretty much a white field, pretty much.
This is pretty much just red right here.
Well, yeah, okay. But the field was pretty much white. And you ducked down high.
Yeah.
From what I looked at it, it didn't look like it was a VR for me to try for $15.
Yes, it was.
The way he said it, he said he liked it. Okay.
I loved it.
Now,
I don't like it.
My brother's not here. We're gonna go into my brother's game. He actually played 2.
That zombies game was stupid.
He had a zombie game, pretty much like a zombie survival. And the way he was playing it, he was kind of a little frustrated on it, because he couldn't load his gun. And yeah, I would get frustrated too, especially when it's our first time on VR and we're trying to do what they said and it just didn't work. But the graphics, however, was actually pretty good from what way we was looking at it. Not from the HD Vive to the HD Vive like my brother did, but they had a screen where we could see what they were playing. And it looked pretty interesting.
It was alright.
But my brother was actually having fun with it as badly as a gamer as he could be, but on top of that, as long as he was having fun. Well, he couldn't get the hang of it, so they actually let him switch during the halfway point of his time.
Yeah.
And he went to the game that I played.
That was fun.
Blast.
Under 6 minutes skated here in the first.
What was it?
Shield and Blade.
Okay, yeah, Shield and Blade was the one I played. And since I dressed up like a Jedi, the Jedi in that, that actually felt like I was actually holding a lightsaber, which was awesome.
Hey, you do know Jedis only use lightsabers, not shields.
Well, okay,
you cheated.
Yeah, but for that game, you really needed to use the shield until you can get your hand-to-eye coordination for that. Okay, give me the benefit of the doubt. I dress like the guy. I do not have their powers. Okay.
Yeah, he had to go in as Obi-Wan Kenobi with no lightsaber.
Yeah,
sad.
That's the convention now. The game, however, of what was it called again?
Blade and Shield. No,
Blade
and Shield.
If anybody is an HT Vive owner or Oculus Rift owner, that would probably be the game that I would actually buy off of Steam.
Super High would be the game I'd buy.
You're just saying that because you didn't play Blade.
Oh no, it was awesome. That was awesome. I would love to get that. What? Funny. Very funny.
Okay, but now getting back to the... Let me describe my game. You describe yours, so let me describe mine. So the game that we played, or that I played, was the Blade and Shield. Pretty much, you're fighting again. You're in this little area, and you got to fight off waves of robotic enemies. From what it was looking like. And you can either go 2 blades, 2 shields, or a shield and a blade, switch off which hand you wanted it to be in.
You can either have 2 blades or 2 shields.
Pretty much, or a blade or a shield, switch swapping hands. I've already said that, David. Keep up with this video time crunch here.
Just keep going.
Yeah, but you got... If you're gonna do this broadcast with me, and if you're gonna be on the other side of the screen in Call of Duty, you gotta keep up with this. With the talk is
I have more fun with Call of Duty.
Yeah, okay. But with that Blade and Shield, it really did feel like I was there. I was just thinking in my mind, I hope I'm not hitting nobody. Because we actually got some videos of us actually doing that. And with that board game that we mentioned earlier, it's going to be on the same, it's going to be in that same video editing of what we did. So we actually kind of look pretty funny. I mean, all of us look pretty funny while doing it.
I haven't seen myself.
Over here looking like he's about to do a split because he's down behind it. And
hey, I work out.
You look like he was gonna do a split and he was gonna sing a high soprano when he was playing your game, dude.
I was ready. I was ready.
But but all in all, from the games that we played on the HT Vive, do you think that VR will still be worth the $600 to buy?
You know,
for the HT Vive. I mean, especially with all the equipment that you got to buy for it. It looks like it's gonna take up a lot of room if you want to put it up in the room. Pretty much takes up my whole bedroom.
That's
do you think the Vive, after playing it, would be worth? I think it's still $600.
You know, that's a good question. I don't know, because it's fun to play, but then again, that's $600. That's a lot of money.
This, David, because you have played the VR games on my PlayStation.
Yeah.
When y'all come over to the house for parties and stuff, with our family members and stuff. How do you compare the HT Vive with the PlayStation VR? Which one do you think is actually better gameplay, and which one do you think, or is there any comparison in the graphics?
In my opinion, I didn't really see no difference with the graphics, but I can understand what you're saying with the controllers. You know, they seem to work more fluently when you played it.
So the HT Vive, hand-wise for the controllers, it felt more real.
Yeah, but graphic-wise, no, not really. They looked exactly the same.
Exactly the same. And ladies and gentlemen, that's coming from a guy that doesn't really play that much video games. He's more of an outdoor guy.
Yes.
But I've actually turned him into the dark side of playing more games. Hence that he is higher level than me in Call of Duty right now because
I just don't think you're that good at it.
I'm a jack of all trades. I play all games, so there's not really a time that I can spend and play. Unlike you, that's only got one Call of Duty game, and you've got tons and tons of time because all you got to do is go to school.
I gotta go to school, come home. I usually always doing something.
Work yet. You don't got a work life.
I put in a job application.
But you're not working yet, right?
I'm waiting for them to call me.
See, he's not working yet, so he's got plenty of time to play games and outrank me as any time as he wants. Okay, so don't give me that bullcrap.
I'm about to outrank you again. Except I'm on prestige coming in.
I never do prestige anyway, so you can
brag
brag all you want to me.
Hey, no matter what, if you're prestige, I'm always going to be ahead of you until you prestige.
Still, I don't care if you prestige or not. That doesn't affect me. I usually stop playing Call of Duty when I hit captain anyway because I like that captain rank.
I'd rather be the general.
I like the captain rank just because Captain America.
Captain America.
I feel like Captain America when I have that rank. But the other reason too is I want to get that rank, hurry up and get that rank so I can get my Thompson.
Thompson sucks.
I could probably kick your tail if I had a Thompson. But outside of the Call of Duty, let's get back to that VR thing. So pretty much what you're saying, the PlayStation is a little cheaper. It's $300, and if you already got the camera and the Move controllers, that saves you. I mean, that saves you another 40 to 60 bucks, depending on the camera and Move controller. Now, with that being said, do you think PlayStation's got their VR, how they have it set up, for the right price for 300 bucks? And is it worth to go after that one before the HT Vive for beginners or extreme gamers?
Honestly, in my opinion, I think I would rather go for the PlayStation. Because with the HD Vive, is that what it's called?
Yeah, HD Vive.
Because when you get that, you gotta get the headset. The headset alone costs us $600 bucks. That's not even including the hand controllers.
Actually, that is.
My bad.
That is including the for the HD Vive. It comes with the controllers and those two sensors they had at each corner.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you also gotta pay for a good computer to run it, which is probably gonna cost you another $600.
Well, okay, once they already got the computer, is it still worth to get the HD Vive? Let's assume they're gonna have the computer already, especially if they're a beginner gamer or a PlayStation, at least a PlayStation or a computer at the house. And I have done some research. If you do have a computer, you need to have a Intel processor, an i7 or greater processor unit, just for the VR run. So like David said earlier, that might cost you another $600. But they do have some i7s that I think that are they're about $300. So it's not real cheap for a home-based computer. And there are some laptops that can play the VR, but you are going to be slower, and that's pretty much what we were playing on was on a laptop.
Yeah, I was still surprised how good it worked
that
with
they
it.
had that processor unit, because my laptop does not have that processing unit whatsoever. And of course, this might have been a gaming computer to begin with, so they probably put more power for that one. But again, let's assume that all you need to do is buy the two headsets, okay? You already got the PlayStation 4 and you've already got the computer that could play it. Outside of the two, given the price differential, and what would you think would still be worth the money to actually get in a long run of playing games in VR in the future?
Well, I want to go along with what he said, but let's also assume you have a PlayStation also, but you don't got the VR thing. Let's say, to be honest with you, if you want something right off the bat, you already got PlayStation, I go for the VR. But if you want something that would really work quality-wise, and you already got a PC and all that, I think I'd go with the PC thing if you really want something quality.
Would you go over the PC, the HT Vive over the PlayStation?
Yeah, I would save the money for it, but I don't got a PC, so I'd still go with the PlayStation though.
Okay, so pretty much. I'm just saying, let's say you had both the computer and the PlayStation.
Yeah, I go with the PC.
You go with the PC.
Yeah, if I had enough money, I would get the PC.
All right, now explain why would you go with the PC?
Because the hand controllers move more fluently.
Okay, and if anybody doesn't know anything about the PlayStation's VR, that VR is more sit down, kind of cockpit kind of games for right now, except for Farpoint. That one was actually a round move game, and they actually did a pretty darn good job of it. But so you still go over the HD Vive?
Yeah, I still would go with it because you do get to move around.
Price though?
Yeah, because unlike like a lot of other players, when you're trying to play, that controller messes up on you all the time. Oh, I'd get so mad. I get so mad.
It's never messed up. It's just you got this controller instead of moving around controllers. But even with Skyrim, I don't think you've played Skyrim yet on my system.
No, I haven't.
Okay, I will get with the Skyrim system. You have the choice of playing either with this controller, which I would prefer if you're going to go that route, with the Skyrim. However, when you play with the Move controllers, you're really disabling your ability to move in combat. And with the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift, they actually got it where you can move around fluently, unlike you can with the PlayStation Move controllers. For the PlayStation Move controllers, you have to point and shoot, and yes, PlayStation, that is a diss. And with this consumer buyer over here, which doesn't have a VR yet, and off the two that he's tried so far, PlayStation, this means you need to step up, okay? Just because you just now said you take the Vive over the PlayStation any day if you could afford it.
If I could afford it, yes.
Okay, so that is pretty much our interview for the convention and what we played, and that we compared VR headsets. However, again, guys, let me just remind you, the HT setup.
I'm up.
I know, but they want. I still want to. Sorry, guys. But pretty much, they're not paying us for this. We're just some vloggers who's actually comparing the two. Even though I'm wearing their shirt because I got it for free and I like playing it. Same here with him. Technically, we pay $15 for the shirt.
Yeah, we better get the shirt. He said it was free, but technically we still pay 15 minutes.
I don't know. We can argue if we pay $15 for the game or pay $15 for the shirt.
Well, most of the time it's like 15 either ways. For sure.
True. Alright, outside of that, me personally, David said he'll still go with the HD Vive. I'm gonna disagree with you. And not just because this video might get more views, but I've played with the PlayStation more, and the graphics almost look the same, so why do I want to spend more money for a game that would be almost the exact same as the PlayStation? Because what I don't like is how people say PlayStation's graphic card and the VR graphics in it, it stinks. It's the worst one to get outside of phones, off systems and computers. PlayStation's got the worst VR. I don't see it. I think the PlayStation is doing pretty darn good for what they're using. That being said, there's only one thing I would change with the PlayStation, and that's the Move controllers. They did real well with the AIM controller that's coming out for that came out for the Farpoint, and it seems like they're going to be using this gun again when Bravo Team comes out, and it's going to be more of a military-based VR game. And depending on how well they did that one, it's going to turn out pretty darn good. With that being said, though, HT Vive, they haven't really sold me their product when we were testing it. And the
well, technically, they did sell you some of their products right here.
we're talking about the main product that we was there to test.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying they did give us some products.
The shirt, who cares about the shirt? We're talking about the gameplay of it. And the PlayStation, it had me on the fence. But for me to actually get a taste of that VR world, I had to actually go and, you know, get the PlayStation VR. That's the only money I had. And at the time, PlayStation's all I had for gaming. So, you know, the PlayStation VR was a smart choice for me. And again, I will say this. PlayStation, we have mixed feelings on it. I'm gonna stick with the PlayStation VR.
Well, I like to move around with my hands other than try to go hit somebody and go, ooh, like that.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'd rather just go like, bam. Not,
well, again, the PlayStation is more of a compact or a cockpit kind of game VR, except for the exception of 2 or 3 games where they actually try to, you know, branch out. The only time that I didn't have a problem with the PlayStation's Move controllers was when I was playing Star Trek Bridge Crew. And I don't think you played that neither, have you?
no, I haven't.
Okay, well, we'll have to get you on that sooner or later.
Sooner.
Star Trek Bridge Crew, what you're doing is you're sitting down in front of a seat, and all you need is a button to click these buttons on your board to have you go somewhere. Those remotes did fine on it. It's just funny how a guy goes like, "Oh, you're playing on the PlayStation? Well, you can't do this." Alright, I'm putting 3 fingers up. He did 1. Put your imagination together. He literally just split me off in game. That's what he could do in the Star Trek Bridge Crew, but and he was playing on the Oculus Rift, and I just didn't think it was even that you can do that in a game. I really don't think it's that important to be that total accurate in the game, but it would be nice. Again, I wish PlayStation would do a little more controls that can be controlled better, because they can keep the PlayStation Move controller design, but it would be nice if they add like an analog stick.
Oh yeah.
To one of them. It's like the nunchuck. They designed the nunchuck portion of the Move controller. The sad part is you cannot use that nunchuck in Skyrim. And that could have been a good issue that brought up to their game development. Hey, we still have the nunchuck part of this VR game. I am surprised they didn't use that. And so I mean, if they used that nunchuck part where you can still track it, I think it would have sold the game more.
Yeah, maybe.
But like I said, he likes the Vive. I like the PlayStation.
Hey, I'll tell you something. The main reason I'm probably just going to get the Vive for the Super Hot game.
Oh, really? The Super Hot game? I think they made one for the PlayStation.
No,
correct.
She told me that they didn't.
They did?
No, it's only for the PC.
PC, okay. Well,
which I find that to be bull.
I don't think that game is worth it, really.
Oh yes, it is.
You
haven't played it.
Well, look, man. From what I'm looking at, they're using.
Oh, that's what.
They're using basic graphics.
That's what I thought.
Graphics.
I thought it was stupid too until I played it.
It's like Minecraft. I never understood.
Okay, Minecraft is stupid. All right.
Okay, I never understood why kids would like to play games that's still using a block system like you would play in Mario with graphics like this. You know, graphics like this right here. Why do you want to play? Given the fact that it's a custom made where you can customize your game in Minecraft. To me, I don't want to waste time on customization. I just want to play the game. And they did have a story mode come out for the PlayStation and Xbox and all of them. But I don't see the point in playing a game with small graphics.
Hard work here. Scrum over.
To me, it's stupid.
Minecraft's stupid.
When
Super
you go
hot.
back when you go back and play classic games, like if you want to go back and play the actual classic games that came out in that time period, by all means, I love Super Mario Brothers. Okay, just because I played that all the time on the Game Boy, and your generation will never understand that when you're going down a road and trying to find light posts so you can still play the game in the car after dark. They'll never understand that. I swear they'll never understand it.
Funny.
Y'all were lucky that y'all got the Game Boy Advance.
No, we
What
just
I
got
call
phones.
the Game
that
Boy
seem like-
Advance 2 with the little light button. PSPs now, it's a self-glowing screen.
PS Visas.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. All the new handheld stuff, even Nintendo Switch. But since they came out with the Nintendo 3DSs, y'all will never, ever know how pain in the butt it felt just to try to play your Game Boy games after dark.
Yeah, you need the light to play those games, don't you?
Oh yeah, they came out with some light tools for the top of the screen and all that.
Yeah.
But even then, those lights were like.
You could see and feel the defensive players were just running out of gas. They were running around their own zone.
Let's just say your generation has been blessed thanks to our generation coming up with stuff. Y'all are just getting the actual good stuff that we created, but y'all are getting credit for. Okay, so I'm just saying. All right. But again, guys, I want to thank you for watching this video and our outlook on the differences of the PlayStation and the Oculus Rift, Comic-Con and all that. And then also talking about that board game. We didn't really talk that much about it.
Sabutu?
Yeah, Sabutu.
Well, I don't need to really talk about it if you're going to put it on the channel.
Yeah, well, Sabutu, Zapata.
Zapata?
Sabutu.
Tomato.
We can't answer this. I did do an interview, and that interview will come up on the channel here soon. And I actually kind of liked how he said it was part of his dad, like in he did different languages. He studied different languages, and he actually incorporated some of his dad's memories of his dad into the game, which I thought was pretty darn cool. He actually inspired me to let me try to make a game, you know.
Yeah, I like to see how that goes out.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like my broadcast, boring as crap.
The superheroes were counting on it.
So right now, you know what? Let me concentrate on the broadcast, and then I'll think about making a game.
Yeah, it takes you about 5 years to make, just to figure out what you're going to do. And it took you now 5 years just to make the game. It took him about, what, 5 years to make that game he was talking about? Sabu?
Yeah, to create it.
It didn't make it.
To actually make it, maybe because of all the pieces he had.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of a game right now, draw it on paper, and we can actually start playing.
Kingdom Hearts?
Nah, I would actually go with the book that I was gonna try to write. I would call it Battle Angels.
Battle Angels.
Yep, Battle Angels. Pretty much the same concept of what he had, but instead of territories, or instead of the I guess you call them conquering little villages and stuff, I would do something more like sections of the world, kind of like Risk, with a few differences maybe.
Oh yeah, the Sabutu with the, what was it, Destiny cards?
Yeah, those Destiny cards. My brother got a good buttload of those in that game. That's the only reason he came to beat my butt.
I'll tell you, the last time we actually needed him to get a good one, he got the worst one.
Yeah, he got the worst one out of the whole deck.
Oh, and we needed it so bad.
But like I said, we'll talk more about the that board game after I video and edit it. So we went a little bit over the first period, intermission's over, and that's how long we wanted to do this, do a 30-minute broadcast.
Yeah.
Based off the convention that we went to in Raleigh, which is still going on today. If you're there, I think it's going on till 10 p.m. tonight.
Play super hot. Play it.
Yeah, anybody that wants to go over there that's around Raleigh, if you're around Raleigh, go. If you're not, I don't think it's worth the gas. But now, SuperCon, I've also been announcing SuperCon's coming up in here shortly as well. Now that one's going to be worth the go-to no matter where you're at. So SuperCon, perfect. Oh, and I do like to do this other shout out, but I forgot the name of the guy that did the booth. But he's
Richard. Are you talking about with the this guy? No, it
he
ain't
made
Richard.
this flag, and dude, it is a good flag. Hey, hold man, I don't want to.
It's not
Your
Richard.
face. Put it like like this right here, so people can still see. All right, I had to get the Jedi thing. Okay, the Jedi flag was pretty awesome, and I'll probably have this in the background on my green screen sometimes, maybe, I don't know. But it was a flag worth. He's got a lot of wands. If you're a Harry Potter fan and you want a custom-made wand or something, I think he'd be the boot to see, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Because
that's all he has is pretty much wands.
And he's got some sabers of his own.
Hey, he only had 2 though.
Well, every time I've seen him at different cons, he's actually been doing pretty darn good. Got some sabers. He also has got some keyblades every now and then.
Yeah, but his main thing is the wands.
The wands, yeah.
That's all.
If you like Harry Potter kind of stuff, and he actually told me one time, I wish I had the money to buy it, but he actually had a wand with a Jedi symbol on it. He goes like, well, you can do a crossover from Harry Potter to Star Wars, because Star Wars, the Jedis are pretty much wizards, right? You agree with that a little bit, right?
I guess I can agree with
close enough.
With the Force kind of stuff.
Close
I can
enough.
kind of agree with it, I guess.
So that's another shout out to him.
But then again, you don't see him wearing like little pointy hats and everything.
Well, the hood.
The hood ain't pointy.
The Wizards' hoods weren't pointy neither. They actually had a hood. The pointy hats, I don't know where that came from, but actually in mythologies they had a hood, not a pointy hat.
Oh.
And,
well, I don't know much about Harry Potter and all that.
Well, I don't either, but it was a good pastime. But yeah, if anybody sees this video and you know the booth I'm talking about, try to look him up, because he actually's got some pretty good flags, and from what I asked him, he can make a custom flag for you.
Whatever you want, whatever the
same
size.
convention, yeah. If he's going to be there at the convention that you're going to, that you know of, I do think he did say that he's going to SuperCon this year. So if you wanted a custom flag that you want him to make, he does suggest for you to come in and call him. However, I'll have to get his information and push it at the bottom of this info. With the end of this video, I'll put the information down at the bottom for you, because right now I've lost his cards. I know I've got him somewhere.
I think did I get his card, or did you just get the card?
I got the card. I put it in my book bag, but when I take everything out of my book bag, it's like
you just drop it everywhere.
Pretty much, yeah.
Then just go back to bed.
So nobody come to my room at this point, because it is probably like a tornado right now.
I would hope they not come in your room.
Well, I gotta clean enough to do this.
Oh yeah, this.
Okay, besides the point of making jokes in front of me. Again, guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. And for heaven's sake, do not forget to comment. I like to see y'all's point of views of what I can and cannot do, and any games that you would like to see on our broadcast every now and then.
Like Call of Duty.
Well, yeah, I do that too much already.
Well, you should get like some more Call of Duty. Call of Duty World War II ain't the only game they made for the PS4. I think they got Black Ops 3 and all that.
They got Black Ops, and they've got Advanced Warfare.
I'm probably gonna get Black Ops.
I've never liked Black Ops, and Advanced Warfare was too sci-fi.
Yeah, that one wasn't really good.
If I want to play something that's sci-fi like that, I would play Destiny. I mean,
yeah.
Call of Duty to me was supposed to be that one military game that's supposed to be realistic. The time they came out with Black Ops and they started adding the zombie world, for anybody who plays Call of Duty and you love the zombie worlds, screw it. You can be mad at me all you want.
I'm mad at you.
That turned down the realistic part of it.
Oh no. No.
It's to me, my Call of Duty was supposed to be a realistic game. You add zombies into a realistic game, it is no longer a realistic combat game.
Well, I understand why they did, because there's a lot of people out there who love the zombie stuff, and they're like, to make more money, why not? I think they did a good job on it. A good job.
Through the company's viewpoint of doing that, Yes, I understand it. But gamers like me who would actually judge a game like this as realistic as I can, if I feel like I'm actually going through combat, that's a good game for the Call of Duty standard.
Well, you know you don't have to get right.
Call of Duty was first made on the PlayStation 2. They sold a lot of games just because they actually did their best to make the game so realistic, given the graphics that they had. And it felt like we was playing through a story through World War II that was actually worth playing through.
Have you done a playthrough for the Call of Duty, like the actual playthroughs for the campaign?
No, I've just done the multiplayers. But outside of that, we might actually get that into one of our broadcasts one day. But right now, it's I've been trying to catch up to y'all in the multiplayer, and yeah, you see where that's going.
Yeah, me.
Any of my vloggers would know what I'm saying. But just the thing here. We're about done. I was supposed to close off like 5 or 10 minutes ago, and then you got me talking about this Call of Duty stuff. But guys, again, I would like to say thank you for watching. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and for heaven's sakes, comment. Some of y'all that are watching, y'all ain't doing no comments for me. Constructive criticism helps. But now, if you want to be a jerk, just don't say nothing.
I guess I'm going to be out on that.
Yeah, he's the one that says a lot of jerky things. So
I've yet to say anything on your comments.
Not in the comments, but when you're behind the scenes or when you're in the Call of Duty, just remember they had that mic off. If they heard what I heard, how you was dissing me.
Oh, that first time, I wish I could have. I wish they could have heard us.
Didn't hear that, okay?
How bad I was dissing you at the game.
So I
that's
mean,
hilarious.
I still got a lot to learn, and right now it's been a wild ride. But again, I think PlayStation VR won this round of talking back and
price-wise, maybe.
Well, look, man, the only reason you say the Oculus Rift is worth it is because you played.
They should make a boxing game for it.
They do get a boxing game.
What? And they didn't have it when we went up there? Oh,
yeah,
I would have played.
They had that choice down there for you.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
I didn't see it. I did not see it.
Yes, they did. They had a boxing game down there. I'm sorry.
Dang it! And you didn't tell me?
I pointed at it like 3 or 4 times.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes,
no,
I did. You know what, David? I gotta end this video, so let's just.
Alright.
PlayStation to me is worth the buy. You don't really need the Oculus Rift. Okay. Or HT Vive, my bad. Compared to the HT Vive, I think the PlayStation has the better gameplay, and I do think the PlayStation, graphic-wise, they're the same. So why would you want to spend more for an Oculus Rift? I understand you want to feel like you're in the game, but there's just too much stuff that still needs to be worked out on both. But I do think PlayStation's heading on to the right way. So please tell us what you like better. We've only played the HT Vive against the HT Vive and the PlayStation's VR. Please tell us what you think, and if you played both of them, please give a good description of why you choose one over the other. Outside of that, guys, this is the end of my broadcast. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday, and do not forget to go to church, and God bless. See y'all next time.
That's the end, right?
Yep.